Hey guys, it's Leviatros, and I've been continuing to play through Persona, not Persona. I've done that. I've been continuing to play through Final Fantasy XVI, so let's go ahead and carry on from where I left off. But real fast, let me check something. Let me do webcam. Let's see. Oh, all right. It's checking that I was live before actually starting the stream, so let me go ahead and take care of that. And okay, let's see. So one thing that I had adjusted and then apparently did not get undone is moving this over. Let's go ahead. One more. All right, there we go. I think that looks good. So yeah, I'd made that adjustment and then I updated my drivers, restarted my computer, and apparently it did not take. All right. So let's go ahead and continue from where I left off.
Sid.
Ah, Clive. You're not where I left you.
Hurt your hand.
I did, aye. With 1,000 little lightning bolts. Can't fling them around the way I used to. Think of it as my decoration for long service and exemplary misconduct. But you didn't come here to compare war wounds.
We didn't.
I mean, he doesn't know that.
Thank you, Sid, for everything.
If you want to leave, that's your lookout. I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together if you stay out of my way.
Sid!
Oh. I knew a girl, back in the day. She was a slave to her fate, just like you. I wanted to save her. For a while, I even thought I could. But just because you think something doesn't make it true.
Sid.
I'm no savior. Just a conceited old fool. I talk about people forging their own futures. But instead of handing them the hammer, I beat them with my own. And if no bugger wants to listen to what you've got to say, you might as well keep your gob shut. But Clive, I will say this. You're not a monster. You're the same man you've always been. Accept that, and you may yet escape your fate.
My fate.
Look, lad, you've had a hard life. And I don't see it getting much easier. You might not be able to save anyone else, but at the very least, you can save yourself.
I'll try.
And Jill, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk, but I trust you'll take good care of the boy.
Yes, I will.
Is that the last of it?
Aye.
We'd best head back then. Wouldn't want to keep Nan waiting. Ta-ra then.
Alright, let's go ahead, carry on. The thing is, I feel like we're not going to be seeing Sid around for too much longer. Like, the battle wounds, the you're not a monster kind of monologue.
You're free to come and go as you please, even to the north, now the bridge is fixed.
Okay, yeah, this is actually the bridge that we have been waiting on. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a lot of foreshadowing. I don't know if it's going to make it to the end of the chapter.
It's the base on the other side you want to be careful of.
What if I'm just basing that entirely on him smoking? I'm like, whoa, he's smoking? He's not going to be around for long. I think healthcare in these medieval times were good.
We'll be seeing a few along the way.
His days are numbered.
About us.
Alright, let's take out some giant spiders.
It's over.
I kind of forgot about when you do like pretty good at the combat. It just feels like bullying. Like, I feel like the enemy should at least like have a chance. Oh, okay. Okay, I've already fought a few of those. Like I said, I want to fight like at least one of every enemy in the game. I don't need to fight like every instance. Like, I don't need to make every species go extinct to be content. But if I see something that I haven't like defeated before, then it's like I definitely want to take the time to step aside, defeat it, add it to the list, and then be able to move on.
That's enough.
Huh. Usually he just stabs the guy. He doesn't like stomp on them 3 times. Oh, I'm curious what the green exclamation mark is, and we'll fight these guys just because they're in the way. I mean, honestly, that's a bit of a better reason than we've had to fight enemies so far. Like, normally they're out of the way, and I make a detour to fight them anyway. Oh, okay. I thought my character was stuck, that they couldn't move. I didn't realize you can't step into that, like, little puddle of water.
You there, over here.
Or the area where the water is, like, 3 inches thick.
Excuse me, I'll use that blade of yours. Ugh, curse my luck, I'm branded. No time to haggle with whoever holds your leash. Wait, that's the slumbering chocobo you're wearing. You and the Marfors, are you? Good. She won't begrudge me the use of you then. Not while there's wolves about. We tried dealing with them ourselves. Made out baked, think we might swoop in and slaughter the lot. But we didn't expect the pack to be quite so bloody big.
I expect the blight drove them here. They must have fled their homes for greener pastures.
We'd hoped empty bellies might make them easy prey. We'd made them mean instead. Martha's no fool, so she must see something in you. Do us a favor and get rid of them, will you?
You guys like, yeah, we've been trying to kill these wolves, but they've been real particular about it lately.
All right. I suppose those wolves pose a threat to everyone.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I'd wager the greedy bastards are still over yonder, finishing off our bait.
I feel like our dog is sitting there just like, so do you guys
When
not
you've
see
seen
me?
every last one of them, go and speak to my friend over the bridge. Bryce, his name is. He'll want to know if it's safe to come across. All right, off you go then.
Alright, we'll go and prioritize it. Might as well do ore in the area. But real fast, one last thing. Let me go ahead, send a message in the chat. So, playing through Final Fantasy 16 for the first time. Feel free to lurk or ask. Alright. And let's go back to the gameplay. Alright, looks like I found the wolves.
They look hungry, all right. Hungry and mean.
Is there no way to like resolve this peacefully? Because like I already felt bad enough that we're just being really harsh on these wolves, and that they're literally called starving wolves. Like I feel like I've met other wolves that are just like, wolf, or like dread wolf. This is just like starving wolf. Like, I feel the only way it could be worse is if it's like starving orphan wolf that never hurt anybody, and that's just their like title. Like, I don't know how anyone's gonna see this and think that I'm the good guy in this situation.
Let him know the road's safe.
Okay. I thought Bryce was the guy we just talked with, and I was like, I think we're going the wrong way. Oh, this is actually on the way to our main objective.
You, Bryce?
What's it to you, bearer?
He goes, no,
Friend
I'm
asked me to
Thomas.
get
I'm
rid
looking
of
for
the
my
wolves.
wolves. They
So I
got
got
loose,
rid
but
of the
they're
wolves.
friendly.
You'd have me believe a single bearer slew the entire pack. Then again, if you didn't, you wouldn't be on this side of the bridge. Bugger me, you're a
How did he
tough
not
one,
hear
aren't
the
ya?
wolf slaughter going on?
Oh, Frederick! You wily bastard. I'd never thought to pit beast against beast like that. You served us well, bearer. Be sure to pass our thanks to your master.
Oh. For a moment, I was like, why can't I be my own master? And I was like, oh, that's right, I have the brand of a slave, so. Still, like, not correct enough to not be considered rude, but, you know, enough that's... It's hard to, like, reasonably argue against, given this current situation. Or at least the predicament that we're in.
That must be Eastpool.
There, the gazelle's gonna be cool, or are we gonna have a fight on our hands? Alright. Looks like we're cool. I think I fought one of them before, so those I can
remember
spare.
coming here with Lord Murdoch when I was young. This area seemed a very different place back then.
Alright, just wants to check all my skills.
Quiet, isn't it?
Yes.
You're Clive Rossfield. It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Lady Hannah.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all. The Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
It's good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
Clive's just like, I feel like I would look pretty good in that dress. You got a spare?
And you have been wandering the world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes, but oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
It wasn't easy, but we survived, and
And now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah. Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool? Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace,
Here I shall stay. Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
Yes. Of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please. There is nothing to forgive.
Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
Ah. You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I kind of forgot that
Clive.
battle ended with just like a huge fireball.
My poor child.
I'm kind of
You look
surprised he
pale.
thought he had
All
survived
this
that for this
traveling must
long.
have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later. Hmm?
Are you sure you don't want to sleep inside?
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning. She really has been very kind.
Years of killing. 13 years without the faintest glimmer of hope. It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dhalmekia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony? When we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered. You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us. We should get some rest.
Right.
Good night, Clive. Sleep well.
Thank you, Lady Hannah. Perhaps now people will not flee at the sight of me.
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well. Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah.
Alright, character appearance. You can now change the outward appearance of Clive and his allies. Access the hideaways, a ret stone to try out this new feature. Alright. I know I've said it before, and while I've only played a few Final Fantasies, and I've never actually been in one before, with this one being M-rated, I feel like they handled it really well, that the story feeling a lot more mature, I think it's definitely a direction I'm glad they went in. Alright, looks like all of the gear that he has for sale is not as good as what I currently have equipped. Okay, let's see what this thing is that costs 40,000 gil. A tattered slip of parchment upon which... Okay, it's a song that...
Safe travels.
Again, I'm not familiar with the history or like all of the music of the series. I mean, I'm not even really familiar with the story, much less the music itself, but... That's something that 40,000 gil, I'm not even sure if I'd really be able to appreciate the music. It might be something that's like a deep cut, I'm just like, sounds fine.
You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes.
Alright, that was a pretty weak bluff.
Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come.
Okay, that guy didn't need to go like full detective mode on
us. You'll be able to
us.
take your bearers back as well.
My bearers? Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still considered the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him.
I simply implied that you
Let
do.
him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
Alright, I guess we'll do it.
As fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
Yeah, let's go find this walled kid.
Sure, this Arvis was...
He's at the bottom of it. I'm like, well, can't do much here.
He's not here.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
Right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
I feel like I'm gonna ask all these different people and no one knows, and then I find Lassie and go, oh, he's at the bottom of it the whole time.
What brings you to Eastpool, travelers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are, in a way.
Well then, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street. And never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. And I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Alright, let's ask someone else. How about you, boy? Have you seen him? Can you track him down for us?
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer. An elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields.
It said talk to villagers,
seen
1
him?
out of 2, but how am I supposed to know how many villagers I need to talk to?
No.
Is that
No
just
sign
like
of
the
him
number before I give up? I'm like, well,
He's
I'll
usually
talk to
down
2
by the well
people.
at this
If they don't
hour,
know,
cooking up
he's on his own.
Fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'd often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Viceroy stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
Hey, hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old bird under his wing, so to speak. He'll be in the stables. You should go and have a word with them.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
I'm sorry, Jill. For making you do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
I feel like this well boy, it just reminds me of that Saturday Night Live sketch about the well, like Lowell Tykes wells for boys. And it's like, for your kid that likes to ponder and reflect on his life and his mortality. And it's like, I feel like we're just gonna meet that kid from the advertisement.
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears.
He always goes back to the well.
By the well nor anywhere else.
Wow, he actually is.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but...
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
That's the fella.
Oh, I didn't realize
How'd
it's
you
an
know
old
all
man.
this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself. So that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here, we'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
Let's just concentrate on finding him.
We find him, he's surrounded by the starving wolves. Alright, let's find this well man.
Still no sign. Could he have strayed even further?
I mean, I'm hoping he wasn't lost in that cornfield, or I guess it's not corn, wheat field that we just went through. It's like, well, I was pondering by the well, but then I got a hankering for wheat.
Look, there's someone over there.
He's at the pond. He's like, so much water. I thought the well was impressive.
Company.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Agreed.
It seemed like we're pretty quick to jump to the conclusion that the old man's life is more important than his supplies. Okay, did you see any of that? Oh, dang it! Did you even notice that we did this, like, pretty cool looking battle right behind him?
It's over.
Alright, that seemed pretty easy. Alright, let's see what the well guy has to say.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition. One which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
I was gonna say, this is like a surprisingly heartfelt side quest, but then I forgot that this is the main quest. Finding the man by the well was a important story moment for us to go through.
You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course, but it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better. The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stayed behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah. After all she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
Okay. Real fast, let me change one more quick thing. So on the both, let me just lower this a little bit. I noticed that it's like you can see before you can see the white line from the top of the triangle, and just wanted to make it to where that's not in the way, and there is room to spare on the top. Alright, I think it's looking a bit better now. Let's go ahead and carry on. I am digging the new outfit, though. Definitely a step up from what we had before.
The Deadlands are aptly named.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil. And when the last drop is drained, their fields will turn to this. No plants, no animals, no life.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
And I feel like she would be a pretty decent real estate agent
What's
as long
this?
as people don't take it to Orvin in person.
Another relic of the Fallen.
Huh. There's like a blue kind of crystal-looking thing on the door, but I don't know what to do with that quite yet. I'm guessing I need to absorb the power of a like water-based
Another thing to worry about.
icon,
As if the
and then
absence
maybe I
of
can use
ether
that
didn't cause
ability
enough
to break
problems.
that
Take away the
seal
lad's life
open
force,
the door.
and problems are all that's left.
I think there were these like water nymph kind of looking icons at the
hardly
beginning of the
imagine
game,
what this place
but
used to look like
I imagine
before
it's
the
going to be a
blight
while
took it.
before I get those.
I remember.
I'm also not sure who has them, if it's someone that's, like, worth taking it from. But I can't imagine there's anyone who uses icons, besides Sid, who's, like, on our side. Alright, found another waypoint.
There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
Oh, is there a side quest over here? Oh, and one over here. I mean, I guess we'll check it out. I'm also kind of wanting to go to the hideaway just to check out the outfits that I have available. I mean, I imagine it's the one I'm currently wearing and the one I previously was wearing, and that's it. But, you know, if I can get a preview of, like, what other outfits are coming up, that might be interesting. I mean, I don't really want, like, for it to be spoiled, but I can at least see. I imagine there's probably some DLC outfits at some point.
I need help.
And so if I could, like, check out what those are,
It's my
that might be
assistant.
nice.
She left to gather soil, and I've seen nothing of her since. I cannot concentrate one whit for fear of what might have happened. Please, I beg of you, will you go and check? I have to know.
I like how it's just, the game's like, you're not gonna get paid for it, but I guess I'll go.
All right, I'll go.
Marvelous. Thank you. You'll be rewarded for your time, of course.
That's not what the quest
Whereabouts
preview
is she?
told me.
Gotan's Bales. It's on the outskirts of Lostwing. Not the safest place for an unaccompanied bearer, perhaps, but the soil there is second to none. Now go, and do not linger. Why, it may already be too late.
I mean, I guess we'll prioritize this soil quest. I would like to know where I change outfits at though. Oh, I think it was at this. It said like something stone. Yeah, a redstone. All right, let's see what outfits we got. Appearance. Use the appearance option, the redstone, to change the outward appearance of Clive or his party members. The appearance of Clive's weapon can also be changed to that of any previously obtained weapon while maintaining the current weapon stats. Okay, that is nice to know, because the sword I had before, it looked okay. Not super exciting, but... Huh. I kind of forgot what I was wearing before. This does look pretty cool, but to keep it more, like, canonical with the story, we'll go ahead. We'll wear the normal outfit. And then Jill... I mean, Snow White, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of preferable to the normal one, but again, just for story purposes. Huh. Okay. I feel like it's a little disappointing that all of the outfits, the alternate ones looked better, I think. Basically across the board, but it feels more like what the intent is supposed to be as the other one. So we'll just keep it with the default outfits. And yeah, this sword, like this one, the stats were good. I wasn't super into the look, especially the end, the sword being like rounded at the end, just kind of looked off. This one does look pretty cool, but I'll stick with this. The other thing is that if I do swap it to a different one, I don't know if... I imagine any other sword I equip will have that appearance, and not sure why I want to do that quite yet.
I trust you're settling in?
Gradually getting used to the place.
I'm glad to hear it. I was hoping you might be persuaded to come to my aid once more. Your services will be rewarded, of course.
I don't doubt it. Seems to be the way around here.
We strive to be better than those we once served. Now, as to the task itself, I am once again in need of a pair of hands to deliver sustenance to our esteemed companions. I have 3 meals for 3 industrious souls. What say you?
Alright, we'll help out. I would say I'm happy to help, but
Marvelous. The 3 individuals you'll be seeking out are busying themselves about the hideaway. You'll find one by the entrance, another in the bunks, and the other guarding the cells. Thank you once again, Clive.
I forgot to prioritize it. Oh, right. I thought it was kind of odd that I'm following up about the soil girl at the bar or the kitchen restaurant. I think that's the term I'm looking for. But yeah, it kind of makes more sense that it's a different, unrelated quest. And how do I get down there? We'll go ahead, go to the one straight ahead, and then we'll circle back to get to the one that we were trying to, that I accidentally climbed too high for. Oh, let's see what's new with him.
Lacey, I'm busy here. So, what'll it be?
It looks like all of this is worse than what I currently have equipped. Alright, that works out for me. Let's deliver this meal.
Back so soon? Fancied another kip in the cells, did you?
Kenneth sent me. He thought you might
Yeah,
be
that's when I
hungry.
just start eating the meal in front of him. I go, oh, what was that?
He wasn't wrong. The way my gut's been growling, I'd have curls running scared.
Guard duty down here can't be much fun.
It's not. But sometimes folk need locking up, and someone has to watch over them. I help people sleep at night, and that's not a boast many can make. You keep yourself on the right side of these bars now, you hear me?
No promises. Alright, that's one meal delivered. You know the side quests are good when you become Meals on Wheels.
Could really do with a proper place to
Is this gonna be the...
Oh,
Okay.
what I wouldn't
I was
give
like,
for some
which
wild
resident is this
whiskey
gonna be?
rolls.
Gonna go with the one by the bunks since I'm not going towards the entrance.
Can I help you?
Kenneth sent me.
Alright, let's give him a hearty meal.
Ah, wonderful. Do you hear that? Our food has arrived. Does your appetite still elude you?
Is he sick?
I'm afraid so. Those no longer in need of a Physica's immediate ministrations are sent here for further rest. I tend to those who cannot tend to themselves, which leaves me very little time for anything else. Happily, Kenneth sees that I stay fed. I would be lost without the kindness of good people like him and yourself. Thank you. Come, you must eat if you're to recover.
I don't think there's any kind of, like, time limit on this quest. Can I, like, go save the world and then come back and just be like, oh, here's your very cold, very moldy meal. Thank you. That or I just come back and they all starve to death. I'm like, oh, right. Probably should have done that in a
Something
timely
smells
manner.
good. For me, I hope.
It is. Courtesy of Kenneth.
Clive goes, sorry, I'm taken.
Oh, my thanks. These birds are needy creatures. They don't like me running after the fat chocobo behind their backs.
They must keep you busy.
There's never a moment's rest. Probably for the best I eat down here, reeking of the staples as I do. I'd only put people off their food. And who has time to wash and dress for dinner when they've got little darlings like these to wait upon, eh? Anyway, thanks for the food, and be sure to give Kenneth my regards.
I think that's everyone. I better let Kenneth know.
Alright, meals are delivered. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's travel with Kenneth. Saves me a little bit of time. teleports me to the entrance that I came from.
Ah, you're back. All done? Wonderful. Here, your reward, as promised.
The hideaway's quite something. Everyone has their place.
A fact we are proud of, believe me. I'm glad you've witnessed it for yourself. You have your place too, of course, as you have just so capably proven, and you will always have a place with us, should you
Yeah, it
desire
seems
it.
like my position
kind
is
of
as
you to say
delivery
so.
boy.
It is the truth, and not a soul among us would deny it. I look forward to all that you will bring to our little community.
The worst thing that I can imagine happening right now is Aquafina walks in. She's like, "You're not even the good guy. You're the guy that gets the good guy's Postmates." I'm like, God dang it. Alright, let's go find the Soil Girl. I mean, hopefully it's in the same path as the actual main quest that we're working on. Although I doubt, yeah, it doesn't look like Gotland's Bales is going to be in the same area as the Phoenix Gate. Okay, let's see. This is Orbital Downs. Okay, then. I'm guessing this is a new side quest, and then this is the one moving heaven and earth. Although I don't know how I'm supposed to tell that Galtan's Bales is at Orbital Downs. It's good. We'll follow through. We'll finish this lead. Okay. So clicking the left thumbstick, I think, initiates the sprinting.
Someone's in trouble.
Is it spiders? Okay, that should be fine.
It's over.
I was probably... Okay. I was like, focusing getting them away, but I was like, oh, there's one still back there. Hopefully they're not doing too much damage to her.
Stay down. It's over. Stay down.
There we go. Oh, we got our very first Valley Matter.
Are you hurt?
It would have been worse if you hadn't come along. Wait, I've seen you around the hideaway. You're new, aren't you?
I'm Clive.
And I'm Martel. But what are you doing here?
Looking for you. This is no place for a bearer on her own.
I noticed that. But this soil's not going to collect itself.
Then what if I gathered it for you? You could head back to the hideaway. Just exactly what sort of dirt is it that you need?
What I need is soil. But I'd be a fool to refuse your help after what just happened. It's the good stuff you're looking for. Dark, rich, fragrant. You'll know it when you find it.
Dark, rich, and fragrant. Right. Well, you should hurry back. Bohemil seemed worried enough that he might come looking for you himself.
That seems
I'm really
unlikely,
not confident that we can
but I won't
identify
argue
the
with you.
right dirt we need without
Thanks.
her.
Soil, then. There's certainly enough of it here. But is
Oh,
it
okay.
dark, rich, and fragrant?
Oh, I need to hold A. I thought it would like already collect it. I was like, nope, this isn't it. I was like, alright, that's pretty fast. I mean, if the dirt was literally right next to us, I don't know why she couldn't just stick around a little bit longer and verify for us.
That should be enough.
Okay,
Better
cool.
get it back
I was
to
gonna
the
say, I feel like it would have just saved so much time, and then now I have to run all the way back. But yeah, this is definitely preferable.
There you are.
Take
And
notes, RPG
all safe and
designers. Being able to teleport to the end of the quest is definitely a good quality of life improvement.
Yes, she's standing right there.
Not the girl. The soil. Did you bring it?
Yes. Here.
I feel like he's gonna pay us like 4 gil. I'm like, for all that work, he goes, what'd you expect? It's dirt
I almost
cheap.
had a fit. But with this, my research can continue. First and foremost come the measurements. I must know how much ether each sample contains. From there...
Wait, so you were never...
Worried about me? Sorry to disappoint you, but the only thing he worries about is his research.
But that's...
That's all right. It's just how he is. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be growing anything in these ruins. It's a small price to pay. Although, you shouldn't have to pay it too. Did he even offer you anything for helping? Ugh. Here. I know it's not much, but it's something, at least. I wish I could offer you some fruit too, but you're not likely to thank me if I do. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick.
Alright, another side quest down. Wasn't too difficult.
Research can continue apace. But my fertilizer is complete. The farm...
Is there a way to go to the world map from here, or do I have to walk all the way to the exit? Let's see. Map. Can I teleport? Okay, cool. Saves me a little bit of time for running to the entrance. Oh, that was actually a pretty quick load time. Alright, let's see what he's got for us.
I have to find him. Can't talk now, Oh, you're Clive, aren't you? Martha told me all about you. Word is you're a devil with that blade.
You look like you're in a hurry. Where are you going?
Not far, I hope. But I dare not waste a moment. It might cost a man his life.
Sounds serious. What happened?
Not so much what happened as what might. They've discovered he's a bearer, see? And now, one of his erstwhile friends and neighbors wants to see him clapped in chains.
Where is this bearer?
He wasn't fool enough to wait for the Imperials to arrive.
I was like, I'm gonna
Poor
slap
sod
that
took
guy
to the
in
road, left his
chains.
whole life behind. But they'll be after him before long. I need to find him and get him to safety, fast. Here, if you've the time and the inclination, I could do with a hand. Will you help me find him?
I guess so.
Of course.
I wish there was an extra dialogue option to
bearers
just
have to
more
look out for each other.
begrudgingly accept to do
Thank you,
side
Clive.
quests.
With your help, we might catch
I mean,
up with
I'm
him
gonna
yet.
do it.
His
I don't have
name's
to be
Norris.
so eager, though.
We need to find him and get him to Martha before the Imperials sniff him out.
You found him yet? You won't catch a bastard standing around clucking like old hens. That fucking snake played me false, acted like he was one of us, and the whole time he was one of them. We need him caught and handed over to the Imperials. Hanging's too good for him. Well, go on then. If he gets away, I'll see you fitted for a noose.
All right, Ronald. We were just leaving. Look, this one's here to help. I was just filling him in.
Ha! Send a bearer to catch a bearer, is it? Not bloody likely. That's it. I'll find the bastard myself.
Come on now, Ron. It's dangerous out there. We wouldn't want you to come to any harm.
You want something done right, you don't send a bearer.
Clive, this might take a while. You start hunting our man, and I'll be along once I put Ronald's mind at ease. Someone said they saw Norris heading for the Fallen Gate. Maybe you could ask if anyone over that way knows anything. We have to find him. Don't let him slip through our grasp.
I'd better find this Norris before Ronald takes matters into his own hands. Bearers are hardly difficult to spot.
Dang, how many side
What do
quests
you
are
mean
there?
about being played false, I wonder?
Here, you're that bearer who works for Martha, aren't you? Can you give me a hand? Curse my luck, I dropped my crystal off a cliff into the bloody swamp like an utter fool. Now, I've not got your knack, see, and I need that shard to chill my fish if I'm to take him to market. Well, it's just a short climb down, I'll make it worth your while.
Alright, I might as well have a look.
I can't promise anything.
Well, just promise you'll look. Ah, there may be one thing I failed to mention about the crystal. A creature might have already claimed it.
Claimed it?
How long had you been
All right,
watching it?
eaten it? But only might have, you understand. There were a lot of bog crabs down there. Nasty buggers, them.
Sounds like I need to break a few shells.
Oh, don't worry, there weren't too many of them. A veritable walk in the marsh, as they say, the ladders, right over there.
The guy's making it sound so easy, but is still unwilling to do it himself. It's gonna be pretty rough if I kill all the crabs, search through the remains of them, and don't find the crystal, and the guy's like, oh, it's in my pocket the whole time. What a mistake.
Never heard of crabs eating crystal. This should be interesting.
That's enough.
Alright, one left.
Stay down.
This must be it. No point spending any more time down here than I have to.
Okay. Really wasn't too difficult. Hopefully the guy got a good show at least. Wait, he's a fisherman. I feel like I got set up to go kill these crabs for him. And he's like, oh, you got my stone back, thank you. And then just goes to collect all these crab legs for free. Just outsourcing it.
Well, any luck?
Yours, I presume.
Alright, let's give over the foul crystal. I feel like having an ice crystal would be good to have on us just in general, but...
You found it! Oh, thank you! Any longer out in the sun and my catch would have made for poor eating indeed.
Be more careful next time.
Oh, I will, I promise. No point casting my nets of a morning if I'm without a crystal to see the catch to town. There was a time honest tax-paying folk could get new ones whenever they wanted. Can't now, though, not for love nor money. Crystals are scarce, and the Empire tightens its purse strings more every day. Lose this little beauty again, and I might as well scrap my nets and take to begging.
I like how we helped this guy out, and his response is basically just like, boy, I really messed up. I tell you, I would have been out of business. What I did was really clumsy. It's like, alright. If I walk away and I hear him calling for help again, he goes, oh, it slipped out me fingers again. I'm just gonna give up on him.
You don't know a man called Norris, do you?
I do, as it happens. He ran off that way not too long back. Looked like he was in a right old hurry. And he had a lantern with him for some reason. Never known him to stay out after dark.
He was making for the marshes then. All right. Thank you.
Oh. Huh. Okay, one moment. Is the game gonna crash? Yeah, the game crashed. Alright. I was gonna wrap up the stream before long anyway. I was hoping to do it at a more conclusive point than the game crashing, but I mean, here we are. But I mean, that's going to be the end for this session at least. I'll cut the stream here. But either way, thanks for watching. And if you're watching my live streams, really appreciate it, whether that's on YouTube or Twitch. Either way, really helpful and means a lot. Yeah, moving forward, I'm probably going to be streaming games pretty often, hopefully. Just like every few days at least. And yeah, I'll probably be continuing to play through Final Fantasy XVI. That's my current like top priority game at the moment. When Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, I may switch over to that. And yeah, there's a lot of games I'm wanting to play, and the limiting factor is the amount of time I have to play them. It's not the cost. I can buy way more games than I have time to play through. It's like Yakuza, Like a Pirate, Yakuza, or I think the title is something like a Dragon Yakuza Pirate Adventure in Hawaii. That came out today and would really like to play it, but I haven't beaten Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth and only like 30 or 40% through that game. And so I really like to play that as well. And then the game that just came out today, but I still want to beat Final Fantasy 16 and Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out. So tons of games to play through. Gonna have to figure out my priority, what to like dedicate my time to. But either way, I guess it's a good problem to have, better than having like nothing to play, no releases coming out. But if you want to stay tuned, watch more of me playing through games, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. Anything is really appreciated and helps out. But either way, thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time.